Hey Facebook friends, it's Christy here. Happy Friday. So this video is probably going to take me way longer than I want it to, but it's a really important subject and there's a lot to cover, so I want to get right into it. So about a week ago, I did a video about raising teens. And so now I want to backtrack and I want to talk about raising tweens, what it means to be the parent of a middle schooler and why is it so incredibly stressful, and what you can do to get through those years calmly and safely. So, you know, in the game of parenting poker, so to speak, middle school parents, they totally take the pot. I see your tantruming toddler and your cranky teen and I raise you one middle schooler, game over. Why is parenting of tweens and middle schoolers so much more stressful? Well, they are unpredictable. They're starting to become independent. Their brains are like totally rewiring themselves. They have all these new outside influences that are coming in. And as a parent, you're like, what is happening? What happened to my baby? So I wanted to share some positive parenting tips for your tween. These are things that have worked for me. If you're somebody that's raising a tween or you have raised a tween and you have some advice, please feel free to comment below because there's lots of people out there looking for answers and needing advice. And so that's what I'm here for. And if anybody else has anything, please feel free to share. You know, the only way to make it through the tween years with a firm foundation into the teen years is to create those strong bonds with your child, even while you're encouraging that age-appropriate freedom that they're all going to start showing. So the first thing you want to do is stay connected. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like block the light. You want to stay connected. You want to schedule regular like dinners together. Now, in this crazy society, not everybody can have dinner together every single night. That's okay. Have dinner together as many nights as you can and schedule time, like time where walks with mom or weekly or monthly brunch with dad or whatever it is. You want to have some alone time scheduled with your kids and you want to check in on them every single day to see how things are going. A lot of people find like 15 minutes before bedtime, that's the best time to just stop, love on them, and listen. You want to set up these opportunities to listen as much as you possibly can. So these are times that you're listening and you're not lecturing. The next thing is, you know, to reduce their rebelliousness, you want to recognize that they are becoming independent people. You want to be aware, you know, a lot of parents, as soon as they see their kids, you know, saying, drop me off 2 blocks before the school, or I want to pretend like I don't have parents start to overcompensate by becoming overprotective. You know, you've got to let them go and you've got to let them grow up, but you also have to enforce what your standards are. So you have to set reasonable limits. No texting during dinner, no TV until after you've finished your homework, you know, no rated R movies, no whatever it is. These are our rules and we're going to stick with them. And of course, they are going to not be happy with you about that. So offer them empathy. I know you don't like it, but it is what it is. It's their job to test their limits, and it's our job to set those limits based on our values. You also need to rethink your previous ideas about discipline. So in the past, you were able to say, you know, time out. Power-based punishment strategies stop in the tween years because they actually get big enough to say, you can't make me. You're never going to win a power struggle with a kid of this age, so your discipline strategies have to change. So things like taking away their cell phone or not allowing them to go out with their friends on a particular night because of something, these are the things that you're going to have to do. The next thing is don't underestimate those hormones. Okay, so your child's body is changing, which is creating these mood swings, this distractibility. And then what's more on top of that, their brains are undergoing an extensive rewiring, which can make them just incredibly emotionally volatile at this age. Tweens can find themselves having like a full-blown, like toddler-type tantrum at times, and they don't even know where it's coming from. You need to let them understand, you need to let them know that you understand that they're having a problem, they're having an issue, and how upset they are, but that you need to walk away to let them pull themselves together, give them the time and the space that it takes, and then come back to discuss whatever that issue is. This does one of two things. This gives them the space that they need, and this also gives you the space that you need. It's very hard not to take it personally when they're having these breakdowns, but sometimes you need to withdraw yourself to take a couple deep breaths to come back and face the situation, whatever it is, head on. They don't understand their mood swings any more than you do right now, so all they need is your love, your understanding, and sometimes they need a little personal space and a little time alone. The tween years are a perfect time to teach values. You know, this is best done at this age, not by lecturing, but by listening and asking questions. You know, to get your child talking, you need to become a listener, an empathizer, and a question asker. Tweens are very curious typically about your early years, and these are great opportunities to, you know, reassure them that, one, their parents were also insecure, because all middle schoolers were, and that we also have overcome certain obstacles that maybe they're obstacles that they are dealing with. If you don't have anything from your personal past that you can share with them at this time, you know, this is a great opportunity to teach them those values. Tell them real life stories of people that you knew that got addicted to drugs or got involved with the wrong crowd or whatever it is, or became sexually active at a young age. These are things that you can share with your tween appropriately to teach them those core values so that they understand what's coming up in the next stage. The next thing is you know, you need to be aware of the popular culture that your tween is being exposed to. You know, drug, alcohol use, all those kind of things, sexuality, everything. That's all coming at them, especially with the social media that they are exposed to, and they want to feel grown up. So, you know, yes, you want them to be able to fit in with their friends, but they also count on you as their parent to keep them safe and let them know what's age appropriate. So you need to enforce strict rules regarding, you know, internet use, what movies are appropriate, and what attire is appropriate. Tweens want and need your guidance, even though they can't tell you that and they can't show you that. They need it, and so you have to provide it to them. The other thing is, you know, they're actively at this age shaping their identity, which is awesome. You want to support their exploration into different fashions and different hair colors or whatever it is to a point. You know, you want to be able to support that new fad as long as it's appropriate, or that new music as long as it's appropriate, but you have to keep an open mind about it. And especially those things that they start to get like deeply passionate about, or something that they get really into at this age, these are the things that they're going to really pour themselves into. Those are the most important things for you to show encouragement and excitement about to them, because these are the things that they're learning to do later on as an adult. You want to take, there's two things that you want to also keep in mind. You want to stay aware of their schoolwork. And when I say aware of their schoolwork, I mean, yes, you want to know what their schoolwork is, know what their grades are, and help them support them. However, you do not want to do their homework for them. This is a time that you need to help them as necessary in developing good time management skills, ensuring that the homework gets done, or that they have a large project that they spread it out over time rather than waiting till the last minute. But by doing their homework for them, you're not actually helping them. Now, obviously, if there's a problem or two that they need some guidance on, absolutely you can be there, but I see way too many parents doing the entire project for them. That's not helping them at all. Second thing is, this is kind of along the same lines, is you also want to teach them about physical self-management. And so that means you need to enforce their sleep. Kids at this age need at least 9 hours of sleep. Their diet, they need to have, you know, low glycemic snacks, lots of protein, and you want to instill in them a want to do regular exercise. Instilling these habits now sometimes can take some creativity on parents' parts because they don't want to do the activity, but get them involved in something that they enjoy. Enroll them in dance or karate or kickboxing, or take them to a Zumba class with you, or whatever it is, biking, hiking. Get them going now and get those healthy habits established, because you're going to need them later in the teen years when they have way too much energy that they need to get out. And then, you know, another most important thing is you want to be aware of the special needs of daughters and sons. I've lucky to have had both. You know, girls need a lot of assistance during this age range with handling media images of women, cultural expectations of what is attractive and what's not attractive, the pressure to be sexy, a lot of pressure with food and diet and the concept of their bodies. So this is, again, a time where parents just need to listen. They need to talk, they need to have open conversations, and they need to share their experiences with their kids, and also also just listen to what they're going through and how they're feeling, and then turn that into a positive experience for them as something that they can trust you to share with you. And as far as boys go, a lot of times at this age there's a problem, not a problem, but they have issues with, you know, their sense of being tenderness or vulnerable. Even the most like sensitive kids, all of a sudden they become a preteen and they start acting cool and indifferent, and you know, they don't really care about anything around their peers because that's what society has taught them, which is considered manly. But you know what, they're still little kids and they still need hugs and they still need to talk to their parents. And so it's important at this age to let them know that it's okay and that you understand they're going to act that way around their friends. It makes total sense, but when they're around you, they can be open and they can be vulnerable. So it's a lot of information all at one time. I hope you found it helpful. I was trying to get as much in as I could. If you're somebody that's raising a tween and you have comments, please feel free. And if it's something that you think might help somebody else with these tips and these tricks, please feel free to like, comment, or share. I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous Friday, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.